Hey guys, my name is Lily in case you're new here. I'm currently reading the Harry Potter series for the first time. I've just finished The Chamber of Secrets. We're going to talk about this today. I did already say this in my first video, but first two books were not going to be a surprise to me. I already knew all the twists and stuff for that. I have seen a couple of the movies when I was really young, and the two that I remember are Philosopher's Stone and Chamber of Secrets. So I already knew most of the twists. So yeah, with that in mind, this is my first time reading Chamber of Secrets though. Okay, so I think the way I'm going to do this series, a lot of you guys commented on the first video saying that you really loved the whole idea of me including all of my initial thoughts while reading, like the vlog footage, seeing my thoughts as I read the book. That makes sense? I don't know. Apparently you all really like that, so I'm going to keep doing that. So yeah, the way I'm going to do these videos is I'm going to split them up. The first half will be sitting down and talking about my overall feelings on the book, and then I'll put my vlog of reading the book at the end. Okay, so what did I think of Chamber of Secrets? I feel like with this book, the plot overall was more intriguing and intense than the previous book. Mystery thriller is my favorite genre of all time to read. So I really liked this plot because it felt like we were slowly uncovering this mystery, narrowing down suspects and finding clues and stuff like that. I really liked learning more about Hogwarts and especially learning more about Slytherin and the history of Slytherin House. That was really interesting. We got a lot more backstory. This is gonna sound weird, but I really liked the addition of the character Gilderoy Lockhart. He was an extremely entertaining character to read about. He was so fucking annoying. I think I wanted to strangle him every time he spoke, but his character was very entertaining. And his character was really well fleshed out as well. He's so up himself and so arrogant about his achievements. You can really see how hard he tries to overcompensate for the fact that he hasn't done shit all. He's not fucking legend at all. He's just a flog, and you can see how hard he tries to sell this idea that I'm the best. And I also really liked just the overall attitude towards Gilderoy Lockhart. It was very much everyone just knows he's a flog and everyone just doesn't like him. Another thing I like, just spending time with the Weasley family at the beginning of the book. First of all, it's Harry's first time being around a wizarding family and being in a wizard's house. In the first book, I really wanted to know why Hagrid got expelled from Hogwarts. And I was bummed that we never found out, and I thought it was gonna be some fucking mystery for the whole series. I'm glad we finally got to find out why in this book. The overall tone of this book felt a lot darker than the first one. Book one felt really magical and whimsical. This one, for some reason, felt a little bit more serious. Compared to the first one, this one just felt a little bit more. When the attacks started happening and all of that shit, no one was really fucking around anymore. It was all oh shit, Hogwarts is about to die. The thing that was a little bit frustrating is just the overall lack of using the invisibility cloak. There are so many times in this book when it just would have been so easy to do something. They make an entire potion that takes a month to turn into other people to find out about Slytherin. Why didn't they just put on the invisibility cloak and follow someone into Slytherin? I don't know, I feel there was a lot of times in this book that they should have just used the invisibility cloak and they just never did. So I want to talk about the beginning just for a sec. With the whole not being able to get onto the platform and then taking the car situation, they didn't really wait long before deciding to break free. They couldn't get through the platform and then it was oh shit, Mom and Dad can't get back. Looks like we're gonna have to take the car. And then they just go steal the car and fly it to Hogwarts. These are adult wizards, I'm pretty sure they would have found a way back. They literally say, Harry's oh, but what about your parents? And he's oh, they'll just teleport home. I mean, if they can just teleport home, what's stopping them from just teleporting back to the car? Or teleporting back through the platform? If they'd even just waited a sec. I don't know. They steal a car. And also McGonagall mentions this. She's why didn't you send us an owl letting us know about the situation? You couldn't get onto the platform. And they're oh, I didn't think about that. But we did think about stealing a flying invisible car. Okay, but that's one thing. They get to Hogwarts. Not only do they injure some old tree, they literally reveal a flying car to muggles. They basically just exposed magic to the general public. No points taken from Gryffindor. Just a detention. I know we basically just exposed magic to muggles, but it was technically before school started, so I don't think any points should be taken from Gryffindor. And the teacher's you're right. I feel That's fucked. Hope we don't get any points taken off our Hogwarts house. Like, that's the most important issue. I just can't. I seriously question this school so much. Like, there is absolutely no logic. I don't know if it's just because everyone relies on magic so much that logic just goes out the fucking window. But at the end, the teachers are all like, yeah, guess what, everyone? In light of recent events, there's gonna be no exams. Exams have been cancelled, yay. What kind of school cancels exams as like a reward? As I'm gonna keep doing with all the books in this series, I recorded a bunch of vlog footage of me reading the book. So yeah, without further ado, I'll just play that for you now. You know what I think is so funny? After the Weasley kids rescue Harry in the car, when they get home and the mum is just like yelling at all the sons. Like, what would you do if your friend's parents were just fucking yelling at your friend, going off their nut, and you're just like awkwardly there? I really like getting to spend this time in an actual wizarding family. Harry's never really been around a wizarding family. I'm at the part where they've just gone to the signing, like Gilderoy Lockhart's book signing, and just Malfoy's dad. The Malfoy family in general are just nasty, like mean-spirited, hateful people I don't understand. Oh, fucking pure blood wizards. Oh, fucking fuck yourself. He's gross. Gilderoy Lockhart is the most fucking annoying person. I swear to God. One of the things I remember is that Gilderoy Lockhart stole memories from people and he like never actually did any of the stuff. He just like stole people's memories. And knowing that, you just see how he's got this massive chip on his shoulder, how he acts towards Harry, constantly trying to shut him down, undermine him all the time, kind of reflects his insecurities with not being famous for a genuine reason. Like, Harry's fame is legitimate. It's half annoying and half like extremely hilarious. You only flew that car because I gave you a taste of fame in the bookshop when you got photographed with me. Everything about this Gilderoy Lockhart character is just fucking laughable. Seriously, like this test that he makes his class take, it's just 54 questions about Gilderoy Lockhart. What is Gilderoy Lockhart's favorite color? What is Gilderoy Lockhart's greatest achievement? When is Gilderoy Lockhart's birthday? And what would his ideal gift be? Like, it's 54 questions about himself. Okay, so they've just found Filch's cat petrified. So they're talking to the kids. Why does Snape always have like an evil grin on his face after something shady happens? I feel like I've noticed this a lot. In the first book, he did a lot of shit that made him look really shady and suspicious, and just the way he reacted in certain situations really made him look suspicious. And he's like doing it again now. It's like setting Snape's character up to just be the initial suspect all the time, and then when he suggests that Harry gets taken off the Quidditch team, it's just odd. I already know he has nothing to do with it. Why even try to set Snape up as like being, I don't know. I ended up reading a lot this morning, despite Chamber of Secrets being one of the movies that I remember the most from. I don't actually remember too well who the heir was. From memory, it was Harry. After reading this book now, I feel like that doesn't make sense for it to be Harry. I feel like it wasn't actually him, like that was the twist. This is the shit thing about watching a couple of the movies but not remembering the movies, because I don't know what to believe now. Okay, so I'm up to the part with the rogue bludger, the bludger that just keeps trying to kill Harry. And the thing that I don't understand is they're like, oh, we can't ask for a inquiry because that means we'll have to forfeit the game and then Slytherin will win. So there's nothing they can do about it. Like, they know the bludger is tampered, but they can't do anything about it, otherwise they'll lose the match. But surely if one of the balls in the game, like one of the bludgers, was tampered with, surely the school would just call the match off and like nobody wins? And if a bludger was tampered to only go for the Gryffindor seeker, doesn't that look a little bit suspicious? Why would Gryffindor get disqualified? Wouldn't Slytherin get disqualified because it looks like Slytherin has tampered with the thing to knock off the seeker? Because that's ridiculous. Like, why should one of their players have to be in danger the whole match and get targeted the whole match, but they can't forfeit, otherwise they'll lose the match? That's so unfair and it just makes no sense. So I'm at the part, Hermione's like, oh, create a diversion and I'll go steal the ingredients for the Polyjuice potion from Snape's private potion collection. I don't know. They literally have access to an invisibility cloak. Like, why are you not utilizing that? Why are they not using this cloak that turns them invisible? If I had that, I'd be using it all the time for like everything. Even when I could be visible, I'd just be invisible, because like, why the fuck not? I can be invisible. Okay, so I just finished that scene where they had the dueling club. We find out that Harry's a Parselmouth, so he can speak to snakes. Okay, I have a theory. Harry just came back from the library and he overheard those Hufflepuff kids talking about how speaking Parseltongue is the mark of a dark wizard. So the fact that he said everyone knows that's the mark of a dark wizard, I think You ready for my theory? Dumbledore said in the first book that the scar on Harry's head is like the mark of really dark magic or something like that. Something like that. When Harry was a baby and Voldemort tried to kill him and Harry, like, I don't know, evaporated his powers or whatever the fuck. Like, whatever happened, I think when he did that and he left that mark on Harry, I think he, like, transported his ability to speak Parseltongue to Harry when he did that because he left that scar on him. Obviously, his ability to speak to snakes comes from Voldemort. Okay, even better theory. Even better theory. Voldemort's the heir. He transferred his powers into Harry. That's why Harry can speak Parseltongue. That's why the chamber's open again, because, like, the heir is back, but it's actually just Voldemort in Harry. Oh my god, it makes sense. That makes perfect sense. Did I just predict the ending? I think I just did. I think I just figured it all out. It's kind of fucked how all the evidence is really stacking up against Harry. First of all, he has a run-in with Filch, and then Filch's cat ends up petrified. Then the snake incident with Justin Finch Fletchley. Harry was just in the library asking where Justin Finch Fletchley is. Now Justin Finch Fletchley shows up petrified. And, like, Harry's the one that found him. And, like, oh, it just looks so bad. Okay, so we're in Dumbledore's office right now. Harry's just waiting in there by himself while Professor McGonagall goes and gets Dumbledore. He sees this really sick old looking bird, like Dumbledore's pet. Looks like the bird is, like, about to die any second. He's like, great, like, that's the last thing I'd need is for Dumbledore's pet to just die while I'm in the office alone with it. And then the bird just, like, bursts into flames. He's just been in the wrong place at the wrong time so many times. And now just like this bird. I want to talk about the Dursleys. So they sent Harry a toothpick for Christmas, which first of all is hilarious. I'm just wondering, because they sent that letter to Harry through Hedwig, his owl. But how would the Dursleys know how to send Harry mail by an owl? Especially since they hate wizarding families and wizards in general, which makes me highly doubt whether they would have even bothered to learn how to use owls to communicate. And how did they actually send it? Did Hedwig just go back to the Dursley house? They don't have their own owl to send to Harry, so Hedwig would have had to go to them. But why would Hedwig go back to them? And also, like, how would they know how to call Hedwig? That just stumps me. I feel like that's a plot hole. No, but I actually want to know how that works. I'm just curious. I actually want to know how the Dursleys were able to send Harry a letter by owl. Right now I'm up to the part where they're in Hagrid's house with Cornelius Fudge, Dumbledore and Lucius Malfoy. First of all, they're getting rid of Hagrid. Hagrid's going to wizard jail, which is fucked. Like, I don't remember that happening in the movie at all. I'm actually kind of surprised at how much I've forgotten about the first two movies. I thought I knew, like, the whole plot. There's actually a lot of random shit that has popped up that I don't remember. Okay, but here's the thing. They're getting rid of Dumbledore as well. Like, why? If the school is getting attacked, why would you get rid of the headmaster? Their excuse is because, like, oh, well, Dumbledore, this is too many attacks. You obviously can't stop them, so you're gonna have to step aside. Okay, fair enough, but, like, how is that gonna fucking help anyone? Sure, yeah, he hasn't been able to stop the attacks, but what good is it gonna do to get rid of him? Seriously, getting rid of Dumbledore is just so dumb. Bulldog. Sorry, I couldn't help. Getting rid of Dumbledore is just the least intelligent decision they could possibly make. How is that considered a solution at all? I think it's Lucius Malfoy is just a fuckwit. Okay, so they go into the Dark Forest to go see Aragog, the massive spider, and they take the invisibility cloak with them to get out of bed and down into Hagrid's house. But then they just leave the invisibility cloak at Hagrid's house when they go to the forest. They decide to leave the invisibility cloak at Hagrid's house. There would be no need for it in the Dark Forest. Are you serious? You really don't think taking an invisibility cloak into the Forbidden Forest would be useful at all? I don't know, there's like a bunch of creatures in there that could try to kill you. Being able to make yourself invisible wouldn't come in handy at all, you don't think? I know on the one hand you wouldn't want to lose something like an invisibility cloak in a place like the Forbidden Forest. I get that, but, like, they wouldn't need it. I mean, they might. So I just got home from work, so I'm just gonna read for the rest of the day and try to finish this tonight. You know what's really crazy to think about? Harry and Ron were literally on their way to go see Moaning Myrtle in the bathroom, and then they got stopped by McGonagall, and they had to make up some excuse that they were off to see Hermione, and so then they had to go see Hermione instead. And in that time, that's when Ginny Weasley was taken. The timing is just crazy. If they hadn't have been stopped by McGonagall, that could have been Harry and Ron that were taken. That's so fucked. How the fuck was Harry able to open the Chamber of Secrets? Does that mean he's the heir of Slytherin? No, he can't be. No, because he didn't open the chamber the first time. No. Who the fuck is the heir? Half knowing the plot and half not knowing the plot at the same time has just like fucked with my head so much because I think I know what's happening and then I don't know what's happening. I am glad that this is the last book that I remember though, so I'm not gonna have this like internal struggle with the rest of the series. So if Harry's not the heir of Slytherin, how the fuck was he able to open the Chamber of Secrets? It says that only the heir can open it, so it's obviously not just like the heir of Slytherin, because anyone that can speak Parseltongue must just be able to open the Chamber of Secrets. You know? Enemies of the heir, beware. More like enemies of anyone that can speak fucking Parseltongue, because apparently that's all it takes. Alright, so I must have completely forgotten about the whole Tom Riddle living through the diary thing, and him opening the Chamber of Secrets through the diary, because I honestly thought the twist was that it was Harry. You know, that's why I thought Harry was the heir, because he opens the Chamber of Secrets at the end, but he's not actually the heir. He's just able to open the Chamber of Secrets. I thought I knew all the twists in Chamber of Secrets, and I actually have no fucking idea, so there you go. I have a theory. Okay, Voldemort is saying he's related to Salazar Slytherin on his mum's side, which means he's the heir of Slytherin, obviously. So obviously he was sorted into Slytherin, and I think Harry was almost sorted into Slytherin too, because you know how I said before when he was a baby and Voldemort gave him the scar? You know how I said that Voldemort's powers transferred into Harry when he gave him that scar because it's like a dark mark, and that's why he has these like dark abilities like speaking Parseltongue. I think the Sorting Hat picked up on or like sensed the heir of Slytherin's powers, ability, I don't fucking know, powers, yeah, in Harry, and so it got confused and it thought Harry was the heir of Slytherin or related to Salazar Slytherin, so it was like trying to put him in Slytherin, but he's definitely not meant to be in Slytherin because he's a Gryffindor. Theories. I don't know if that ever gets confirmed, but like, that's totally fucking why. I just still can't get over the fact that these 12-year-old kids not only found out where the Chamber of Secrets is and found out how to open it after only knowing about it for like half a year. They've been at wizarding school for not even 2 years and they figure all this shit out when professors at the school haven't been able to do it. Tom Riddle himself, the actual heir of Slytherin, took 5 years to find out how to open the Chamber of Secrets. 5 years. Took the heir of Slytherin 5 years, and then it takes Harry and Ron like half a year as 12-year-olds. The professors have known about it for like decades, and none of them have been able to find it, and Harry and Ron find it and open it and kill the monster that's inside of it. I swear if this series doesn't build up towards being the origin story of Harry Potter and he ends up being like this insanely famous wizard and who's just accomplished so much in his life and is just like the greatest wizard that ever lived. This is like when you hear about really famous people that have accomplished so much with their life, but they like excelled at life from a young age, like they were just prodigies, you know, and they've just like been amazing since they were young. That kind of situation. Because if it doesn't end up being that kind of situation, I don't think I can accept it any other way, because the story is just so fucking ridiculous. Really, like, I know this sounds like I'm low-key hating, but it's so far-fetched and, like, so ridiculous. Like, really, when you think about it, like, what? That's the only scenario where it would make sense, is if he turns out to be one of those greatest wizards of all time and, like, he's just been amazing since day one. I can't accept it any other way. I don't know. I just finished the book. Lucius Malfoy. What a fucking asshole. He's basically the guy behind the whole thing. He planted the diary in Ginny Weasley's cauldron at the beginning of the fucking book. He basically set the whole thing up because he has a grudge against Arthur Weasley. Why does he hate the Weasleys so much? That just makes no sense. He did it because how bad would it look if Arthur Weasley's daughter is found killing muggles and like he's in charge of the muggle department at the Ministry of Magic? And I'm seriously starting to doubt that this is all because pure bloods are better and the Malfoy family hate the Weasley family just because they associate with muggles. Surely not. Like, no one would do that just because someone associates with muggles. That's just fucking psychotic. I mean, I have no idea why, but I know there is something more to this. There has got to be some other reason that Malfoy hates the Weasleys, because that just makes no sense. But yeah, I finished it, so those are all my thoughts. I don't know if I could tell you which book I prefer the first one or the second one. I think they were good in different ways. I hope you enjoy the way I'm deciding to do these videos. A lot of you have said that you really liked the way I did the first one, so I think I'm gonna try and continue this theme of like half sit down review, half initial thoughts on the book, like through vlog clips. I'm really excited now. The next book I get to read is The Prisoner of Azkaban. I am quite fucking excited to read Prisoner of Azkaban, not gonna lie. That's one of the books that I have no fucking knowledge about at all. The next video should be interesting, so yeah, I'm excited. We're getting into the books now where I don't know much about what happens. Just had to get past those first two, and now we're into the shit that I have no idea about. Yeah, excited. So, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Have a great life. Until then, I'll see you soon. Bye.